So here are a few of my learnings from today's Triumph 30 devotional with Pastor Emmanuel Eren. I noted a lot of stuff, a lot of learning. I'll just point out a few of them. I think it could benefit you. So the first thing I noted was he said, in the will of God, there's provision. Now, I'll just read down what I noted because it has to be within 2 minutes. Just take your time and think it through. In the will of God, there's provision. Sometimes it gets worse before it gets better. Don't be too sophisticated to ignore the consecration you once had. Let there be a structure that can preserve the prosperity you're enjoying. So build an altar, build tent if you need to, but build a structure around it. Stop pretending that your mentors are your colleague. They are not your colleagues, to be very honest. This one hits me hard. They are really not your colleague. What pointed Abraham where he should always go wasn't his natural sight, it was from his altar, his conversation with God, and all that. Lot had tents, cattle, and riches, but he had no altar. What you gain from the altar, what you gain from the altar through consecration can never be taken away from you. When you understand that you're carried by grace, you fight less. There are some new bigger instruction you would not receive until you learn to let some people go. Some instruction came after Lot left Abraham. I think that's where it comes. So I forgot to mention all of this learning came from our study from Genesis because we are currently studying Genesis when the part where Lot had to depart from Abraham. To I'll put a reference on the comment section later. Um, Learn to discern what God is doing. Learn to discern and do what God is blessing, not entirely asking God to bless what you're doing. So sometimes you might need to rely on a name, if you're in business, a name or a franchise or something that's working. Learn to discern something that's working and do it, not entirely asking God to do what you're blessing. Don't call a blessing a house when it's just a tent. Some instruction God give you may be temporary and not permanent. You must be able to discern. Sometimes they are meant to open doors to the things God wants you to do. For example, David's music opened the door to the palace, but he wasn't meant to be a palace musician, but a king. Don't do everything by intelligence. Something are beyond intelligence. Keep going back to the altar. Stay in the presence. I hope you find this helpful. Like and follow for more. Cheers.